Hello children, how are you? Hope you people have watched both the videos and have learnt well about the previous parts of the chapter. Now we are moving towards the most important part of this chapter, that is about the structure or the organelles of cell. Although various organisms have various shapes of size of cells, but still for all the individual cells their parts almost remains the same. So in general there is a specific structure or a generalized structure of the cell, which you can see here in the picture. Now, the generalized cell is the cell where we can see all the type of organelles that are present both in plant and animal cell. But the main part of the generalized cell or of a cell is the cell membrane or the biomembrane or the plasma lemma. What is exactly do we understand by the cell membrane? Cell membrane is a part of the cell that is present in both plants and animal cell. It is a protective layer around all the cells. It controls the entry and the exit of the cell. That is, it is partially permeable. For cells with the cell wall, the cell membrane is inside the cell wall and allows water and gases and materials into the cell and waste materials out of the cell. So basically the function of the cell membrane or the plasma lemma is that it is selectively permeable. It is a structure that keeps the cell contents together. It allows the communication with the other cells. It allows recognition of the external substances. It allows mobility of some organisms such as amoeba, and it is a site of various chemical reactions. So the next important part of the cell is the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is the fluidic substance inside a cell which includes everything of the cell membrane except for the nucleus. The cytosol is the watery portion of the cytoplasm where all the organelles float. So, the cytoplasm is made up of components that benefit the cell and keep the organelles separate from one another, which also helps the cell to be stable. So, the main function of the cytoplasm are: it removes waste material, it helps in cell respiration and converts glucose into its energy. So now let us move to the third and the very most important part of the cell, that is the nucleus, without which a cell is said to be dead. Nucleus is the large membrane-bounded organelle containing the genetic material in it in the form of genes into a string-like structure called chromosomes. Now let us understand about its structure and functions. Nucleus is a Latin word which means kernel, and it is control center of the cell. It was the first organelle that was discovered and a membrane-bounded one that was also found in eukaryotes. Its main function is to maintain the integrity of the genes and control the activity of the cells by regulating its temperature. So, basically, it is the control center of the cell which holds the cell's DNA and is known as the brain of the cell. The nucleus structure is probably divided into 5 parts: the nuclear membrane, the nuclear pores, the nuclear lamina, and the chromosomes along with nucleolus into it. Now we will get into it one by one. So the first part of the nucleus that we are going to study is nucleolus, which is a discrete, densely stained structure found in it. It is composed of RNA and the associated proteins. It produces ribosomes which move out of the nucleus and takes the position on the rough endoplasmic reticulum where they are critically in the protein synthesis. Now the next part is the nuclear membrane. It separates the nucleus from the cytoplasm and it is mainly made up of protein and lipids. It is the nuclear envelope, otherwise known as nuclear membrane, which consists of 2 cellular membranes in and out arranged in parallel to each other. Now the next, nucleoplasm, which is a highly viscous liquid that surrounds the chromosomes and the nucleoli. It is similar to the cytoplasm of the cell and contains nucleotides, that is the DNA, and the chromosomes in them. Surrounding this nuclear plasms are the nuclear pores, which is on the top of the boundary of the nuclear membrane. Probably we have understood the three main important parts of a cell. It may be plant or animal cell. But the other organelles that are involved in both the plant and animal cells will be studying after noticing the difference between the plant and animal cells. Here in the above, you can see both the pictures of plant and animal cells. If you want, you can carefully draw the diagrams of both the cells in your notebook, and you can note the difference between both the diagrams that is shown here in the above picture. Now let us understand what is an organelle. An organelle are these structures that enable the cell to live, grow and reproduce. That means without these organelles, the cell cannot perform any functions. So here we will first see the organelles that are already found in both plant and animal cell equally, and then we will find out the organelles that are only individually found in plant or animal cell. Now here in this video, I am ending my video here so that you can note down that we would discuss in the next and the last video of this chapter. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy.